Hey, we're just right in the heart of nature. We're on an island, just here in my morning walk. There are some strange little birds there. Wow. It's raining a little bit, but it's quite nice. So I'm here to talk about how we worry about everything, and life can be just so simple. Really, like, we could easily, like, I know that I still have this, and I observe it, and I decide not to act on it. This wanting to control everything, like wanting to be super ready to go and make that leap, like take that leap, take that jump, make that jump or whatever, and whatever it is that you want to do. You know, if you want to go somewhere, for example, this is like the perfect example. I came to this island without even thinking about it. I just wanted some place, some like quiet place to camp and like just be around nature. And I didn't even know. I didn't even looked or made my research. Like, I'm not saying that you go blindly everywhere, but I'm just saying that I was willing to take this leap. There's gotta be a balance between like not going blindly anywhere and use your logic, but also like know how long you're taking in like in your decision making. You know, I just did it, and I knew like I just had this little tent and a sleeping bag, and I just bought some fruit, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stay until I feel like going, until I feel like going back. You know, and I took the decision, and I didn't even know. I've never really, you know, I used to live in Mexico City. I was like a girl from the city. I didn't even know how life was. I knew a little bit because I traveled a little bit with my cousin, but it was nothing like this. Like, I wouldn't travel by myself anywhere, anywhere, and especially if like I didn't even know how to like. I know it's pretty easy now, but I didn't even know how to like build up a tent. So I came here without like all the pieces of the tent, without like with almost no clothes, like anything, because I had to take the public transport to get somewhere. Um, you know, so I was like, no, I don't want to carry a lot of stuff. I just want to go light, you know. So I didn't carry with me like a lot of stuff, and I was still like yeah, fuck it, like I'm gonna stay for a few days, like I don't care, you know. I don't know, it's just however I feel like whatever I feel like doing. But it's just nice to see how I take this leap. And like I didn't even know that I had a friend here. Like, a friend works in this camping that I'm staying in right now, and he was like, yeah, you can stay. Like he came because I didn't even know how I was gonna get to the island. I just like it was just all a coincidence. Like, I talked to him, and he told me, I'll come and get you. Just get to this point. He sent me like the directions in the map, in Google Maps. Get there, and I'll come and get you there. So he arrived with his boat. We traveled all the way to the island on his little boat. It was so like a really tiny boat. Oh shit. and 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 then he was like, okay, show me your tent. And he was like, what, you don't have enough stuff, you're not enoughly prepared, what are you doing? And I was just like cracking out. I was just so, it was so funny. I was like, man, you're more stressed than I am, like. And he was like, okay, he brought a chair for me. I got some I just started picking up some wood and some like, yeah, just like some branches, like something like this. You know, I started picking up some like little things and big things, and the bigger the better. And I made a fire, and he got me what was missing from my tent. He literally was there just helping me out, you know. And I, wow, like he was like this angel, like hey, no worries, like you took this leap by yourself, so I'm here to help you, you know. So I have a friend that she's going away to the north of the country, and she's just taking this leap and she doesn't even know. And she's like, you know, everywhere there are human beings, and if I ever need anything, I know there's someone's gonna be there to help me, you know, as if I was gonna help someone from here, like that just arrived where I am, you know. So we're just human beings, and that's beautifully what most human beings do. So you just gotta, like, I told him, like, man, if I was so like controlling of the situation, and I had this list of I need this and this and this and this and this and this before I leave, I would never leave. I would literally never leave. So I just took this leap, and I knew that everything was going to be figured out by its own. And I had this faith, and I had that, yeah, like I'm just gonna go, and I know everything is gonna be okay. I don't have to stress out too much. And yeah, that was what happened. Literally. So I'm fine. I'm super fine. And I just wanted to share that with you, that just take whatever leap and stop overcomplicating. Like, take whatever leap you want to take, and that you're afraid of taking, that you feel like you have not enough tools yet, that you feel like you have not enough something yet, that you have this list of things that you gotta do first before you actually can get to that, you know. So it applies to everything, really, everything, even like your career, everything. You don't have to, like, you learn by starting to practice what you want to do, you know. You don't learn by going, like, you do learn by going to university and stuff, but just start practicing already, you know what I mean? Like, start, like, if there's a career where, if your career is one that you can start practicing it and making your own projects like right now, then go ahead and do it. And your mind is gonna come up with all these limitations, like, oh, I don't have enough knowledge yet. I don't, like, everyone starts somewhere, you know. And how are you gonna get the knowledge? Just by reading books? No, knowledge is practice too, you know. To have to go and actually do things, even though you don't feel prepared, and things are gonna come to you, and you're gonna get the right tools and the right people that's gonna be there to support you. But you gotta take that leap. Okay? We're just here in the heart of nature. Look at this. Okay. So that's all that I have for you in this video. I just saw a little fish jumping. If you want to work with me one-on-one, personally, there's a link in the description box of this video where you can apply for a free consultation. We can just have a chat and see where I can help you. And also like this video and subscribe. And also take care of yourself. And taking care of yourself means take the leaps. You know? You live in a really, like, the problem is you're not really motivated enough. You don't really want it badly enough. You don't want it badly enough. Because you're not doing it. If you really wanted it, if you really, really, really wanted it, you would have done that already. Trust me. But deep down inside, you don't want it. And I'll tell you why. Because we're so out of touch with our survival mode. And I just realized here, like, oh, I gotta get some wood, otherwise I will fucking freeze. Because it's at night, it's raining, it's cold. I'll freeze, and it didn't, like, I was like, shit, I gotta get some wood. Like, what is this? You know, so people come here and they like catch their own food. You know, you get into this like survival mode, you know. My friend that started working here, he had to learn a lot of stuff. He had to learn like how to use the boat and whatever, like a lot of things, you know, like a lot of practical things that we don't really need to have, because we live in a city, in a high, like super high building, super out of touch with the actual ground. So you're like, everything's cool for you, like everything, your life is so easy. Like, if you're honest with yourself, like, yeah, you might have a problem here and there, but your life is quite easy. You know, you have all your problems solved. Like, really. Especially if you live in a first world country, especially if you live in Australia, especially if you live in Canada. Your problems are gonna be problems like I don't want to say this because I know it's a lot more like harder than that, and it's like easy to say it, but your problems are gonna be like, I don't know, like personal just problems, like mind created problems, not survival mode problems, you know what I mean? So magical, hey, this tree is so magical. So you don't have your survival mode on. So of course you're gonna, like, it's just really easy to remain there, even though it's not extraordinary, it's not bad. It's not bad. So you're not motivated enough. But I'm here to tell you, because that was my case as well. Like, to be honest, if I didn't do what I love, if I didn't follow this path, like helping others and creating a coaching business and everything, it would just be, my life would still be pretty damn cool, pretty easy. I would just travel the world. Like, I have the tools to do that, and it would still be pretty easy, to be honest. But I know, ooh, mosquitoes everywhere. I know that I chose this life for a reason. I chose the circumstances for a reason. Because I chose this life. Because you chose this life as well. That's where it begins to be a little bit esoteric and stuff, but You chose these circumstances for a reason. I chose these circumstances for a reason. I didn't need a tragedy to happen in my life so I could actually take action and go into my highest path. That's what I tell you, like what needs to happen to you for you to wake up, for you to realize like, damn, the clock is ticking and I'm still not doing what I love. And I'm still following society's map that everyone follows, and everyone's quite miserable. And I'm still there. What needs to happen to you to wake up and to see that you probably that your life as a human being in this earth is pretty short. It's really short. You don't even know. Oh. You don't even know how long you're gonna be here. You don't even have that guaranteed. You know? I'm just gonna show you this. Pretty cool. There's a lot of mosquitoes, by the way. I'm trying not to resist them. I'm trying to just like let them be there, but there's so many. They're putting my spiritual practice on. Ooh. So I was saying, I just, well, like I'm just amazed by this place. So you chose this life for a reason. I chose this life for a reason because I didn't need any tragedy to motivate me. I didn't need any external circumstances of fuel to to help me out. You know, because there's enough awareness already inside of me. There's enough consciousness built inside of me to realize that everything is in that the power that an external circumstance triggers, it's still within, it's still inside of you. You know, it's not the external circumstance. Some people do need a tragedy or something to actually do like come like they chose this life because they needed that kind of life to actually like create what they came in this life to create. You know, maybe a person that was abused, now she's helping or he's helping thousands and thousands of people with the same problem, that instead of like falling and being a full victim their whole lives, they're actually doing something with what happened to them. That's so inspiring. That's so, and also they're helping others in the way. Like they're empowering themselves and they're helping others in the way. So of course, like there's this kind of people that chose this life, this like hard circumstances, because they needed that for their path. But if you have an easy life and you are not motivated enough to go and do shit, then it's because you don't need it. You don't need a tragedy. You don't need a fucking tragedy to finally wake up and say, oh, what was I doing my whole life? I was wasting time only. No, like you can just tap into this power that you have already inside of you. You know, I've always knew there was something inside of me really strong, really, really strong. And that I don't need any tragedies. That's why my life has been so easy. Oh my God. I didn't need, ow, woo! It's turned into a jungle. Woof. I didn't need any tragedies. And neither do you. And maybe you did, but you can do something with it. You know? So no matter your circumstance, your power is always within. Some people have external experiences that made them tap into their power, and some people can only tap into their power, and that's it. Because you've got enough awareness, you've built up enough consciousness, and if not, you are gonna do this in this life. You're gonna build enough awareness and consciousness in this life to actually go and motivate yourself to do it. Because where does motivation comes from ultimately? It's you. Don't look for any external motivation. To be honest, that's not really effective. Like, tap into your own fire, tap into your own motivation. And just go and do things. Even if you are afraid, even if you don't feel like it, even if you think that you're not prepared enough, go and do it and see how the circumstances require you to become that, like this. So I'm here camping by my own. Okay, so I need to become a camper right now. I need to start looking for fire, looking for wood to make a fire. I need to start building my tent. Like, yeah, there was someone to help me. Like I said, there's always gonna be, the universe supports you when you take this leap. In the form of a person, in the form of a circumstance, the universe will support you, you know? But ultimately, you need to become that. You need to become that person when you take that leap. So don't be afraid because you're not that person right now. You're not a camper right now, so you're not going to camp. No, you go to camping, to camp. You go there and you become that while you're doing it. You become whatever it is that you want to become while you decide, okay, I am this now. Even though you don't feel like you are yet, you decided. You put yourself into the role, and the role is gonna come to you naturally. The role will, now that you are this, the role will require some skills that are gonna come to you naturally. You know? No book is gonna give it to you. I'm sorry to tell you this, but no university is gonna give it to you either. University is a great tool. Books are great, amazing tools. I'm not saying don't read, but what I'm saying is don't just base all your knowledge upon books, because what life is gonna require of you is experience. You know? So okay, that's all I have for you in this video. Now it is all I have for you in this video. Okay, so click the like button and share with others that I know this is really, really valuable stuff that's gonna help a lot of people. So help me share that with someone else that might need to hear this. Send you so much love. I already told you, if you want to work with me one-on-one, if you want to work with me one-on-one, there's a link in the description box of this video where you can apply. It's a free consultation. Okay, so that's all I have for you in this video. Fuck. Okay, take care. Bye. Whoa.